All right, there we go. So I'm gonna do this. This is something I really wanted to get done in 2023. I wrote the book Marketing is Freedom to help share my marketing knowledge and expertise with every one of my students that came in and give it like a really good user manual on why marketing works the way that it does and to share it, right? And you can't beat pen and paper and composing things. And the written word is so powerful. And even though we do so much online, and I still go to pen and paper for everything, and I keep notes, pen and paper, very handily. There's something magical about it, composing it there, and these are all written in a book and then transcribed to digital form and then published as a book. But the one thing about a book is you can't put everything in it. It'd be so long, and so to dive into it deeper is what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and go into this. Let me share my screen, and we'll have a nice casual conversation as well. So this is section 1, the beginning, and I'm going to go to chapter 1, why me, and then I'll we'll get going here. Chapter 1, why me? Before anything can be set into motion, the why, or reason for the purpose to set it in motion, is best to realize and understand. The sheer act of picking up this book and reading it was done out of a why. This is not a mere story of fiction, and it is not intended for just entertainment. Its purpose is to share and pay forward knowledge and understanding that took the years of an overachiever, an anomaly socially, and a person of grit to understand and then be able to share with others. When it comes to getting ready to change your mindset and priorities, I find it best to analyze where you are now. For your understanding and identification of things to change, you need to realize where you are starting from. See, it is pretty much certain that you represent the same actions and directions of your environment. With today's technologies and the incredible access that is ever growing online, the ability to open and change your environment has truly never been this accessible. The moment you open this book, you will allow change to influence and happen in your life. Congratulations, and know that I am smiling in delight that you are allowing my discoveries to enlighten and bless your life as they have mine. Let us begin with environment, shall we? For instance, if you grew up with parents that were employees, odds are you are an employee. If you grew up with parents who are business owners, odds are you're a business owner. This continues in most things: how we think, what we do for fun, and how we spend our precious 24 hours of each day. We are typically a combination of the environment around us. I figure we are 90% of the environment we are raised in, and this has its own boundaries. We may be comfortable in our environment, though taking from several key things I've discovered, this is not the case for those of us that realize we were meant to have more. For Christians, it is taught that it is as simple as turning to Christ. And as easy as that sounds, it comes with an entire instruction manual known as the Bible. Stay tuned. You're about to gain lifetimes of knowledge to allow you a better and happier life. And may it parallel the teachings of Christ in modern day verbiage. I have always considered Christ a mentor and a path to follow. Once you achieve some balance in all areas of life, get ready to be a beacon of hope and possibility for others. That is how this all works. We pay it forward. I'm excited about what the future holds. I am also excited about your future. There is a pattern to this that affects us all. And unless we turn to changing our environment, we are set to follow the environment we know. For we do not know what we don't know. And if what we do know is not making our dreams, goals, and creating the ability to help others, then it is time for you to expand on your environment. See, I see it pretty clear. Poverty and the outcomes of poverty will only continue. The poor will always remain poor unless they rise up and change their environment and the teachings and patterns of that new environment. The same can be said for the middle class and upper middle class. And if you are keeping up, I am literally about to explain and offer you the secret to wealth. Though, unlike what you may be expecting, this is not just about you. See, The secret to wealth that I discovered is not being that 1% of 1% that make it to multiple hundreds of millions or billions while others just miss out. It's about gaining wealth, being able to pass that wealth on long after you leave this world, and do it in a way that spreads the wealth to several others all at the same time. If you want to become figured out how to share it with literally anyone willing to change their environment. This is not just about how you can become rich. It is about how you can help change the wealth of so many others. We get to attack poverty and offer a real world solution to enhance the lives and lifestyles of so many. This is a movement. This is a shift that defies the voices of mainstream media and global controlled thinking. This is not about the few, but the many. Truth and logic should always be felt and heard. When you operate out of truth, logic is easy to explain. When you operate from truth, things are just easier. It is when mistruths, corrupted truths, exaggerated truths, or any other form of a lie that things become complicated. Truths are simple. My grandfather was a solid fixture in my life. From the time I was 5, we were living 4 minutes by bicycle from him, just a couple of subdivisions, neighborhoods away. My path in life was then forged by the environment created by those around and influencing my life on a daily basis. Even the not so good influences set the environmental learning into motion. Environment learning for me was where I heeded the advice of listen to your elders. From there, it was anything you want to learn, you can self-teach yourself. The library has endless knowledge. Then it was, if they are not masters of the advice you are looking for, find the masters. Do not listen to anyone not doing what you want to do. Then this gem that has been proven true countless times, you cannot be a king in your own backyard. A fun one that usually comes up when a project or learning curve is met head on is, if it were easy, everyone would be doing it. And finally, a powerful environmental learning principle, emotions are a luxury we cannot afford. Listen to your elders. History unknown is sure to repeat itself. There is absolutely no shame in learning from others, and those that take the knowledge are sure to gain an edge and hand up towards their own progress. Anything you want to learn, you can self-teach yourself. The library has endless knowledge. Thankfully, I'm thankful every day for my grandpa. I'm gonna get choked up a little bit for setting me on this course of thought. Looking and seeking knowledge. We have the tools and information at our fingertips, and we can access unlimited information today from one of hundreds of devices, all connected to the information. If they are not masters of the device you're looking for, find the masters. Do not listen to anyone not doing what you want to do. This can be the most logical yet unrecognized freedom we all have. The ability to appreciate the advice of those around us, but to seek the proper advice from those that really know and understand. It is difficult to be a king in your own backyard. This saying I heard at a young age. It was at a sales training I attended when I was 12. I was listening to a gentleman that seemed to have the lifestyle I wanted for my family. It made sense. I went on to really utilize it, especially with regards to creating and sharing success with others. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. One of my favorite lessons in life, heard many times in the circles of business owners, entrepreneurs, and creators. It is a common road of perception when working through issues, solving problems, and creating something better than what you had or knew of before. It is both an explanation for how some gain more than others and how some help others so that all can gain more. Emotions are a luxury we cannot afford. This was taught to me by Jack Hinman, who for several years was a CTO of my lead generation and training systems technologies company. It was passed on training to him by a mentor in his life, and I'm continuing to pass it down here to you. This principle alone has saved me in so much unnecessary harm to my mental self, my financial self, and has been more of a turning point in wisdom. If you look at anything in life, decisions in life, or points in your life where things seem to take a fork in the wrong direction, This is where you are about to be given an understanding and a gift to change your life for the better. Now that you have a simple direction with those environmental learning principles, let us spend a chapter on each one. This is where your mind should be opening up. More so, you're going to be going through a process allowing for growth. And I might add, this is for all areas of life. Also, when it comes to the why me of it all, while I am a product of several learning philosophies and understandings, I want to share my knowledge forward. Whatever you think you understand about marketing and the persuasion and attention gaining methods used to help people make decisions, this very book will enhance your abilities and understanding. Now, as we go through chapter 1 here, and I get to go in here, obviously I'm setting the tone for what's about to come. And as we go on through the next chapters, we're going to really break down things that make your decision making and understanding of those decisions hopefully go more the direction of a wealthy mindset. And, we are surrounded by one of the most amazing aspects of wisdom and the wealth of wisdom, and that is the time of others that have done it before us. We learn more from an expert than from a novice. And we're going to really break this down in the chapters, but what I wanted to do is set the tone here in chapter 1 on what's about to come. And it's one of those things I wanted to kind of open it up as far as an environmental change, because these are things that if you knew them, it's just going to make your life better. And I didn't learn them, but over decades of time, and to be able to share those in a written manuscript like this is just awesome. All right, thank you for joining me for chapter 1, and we'll be back on here for chapter 2 in the next session.